Hello and welcome to People in Perspective. I'm Gabriel Velez, and with me today is Jose Tenorio, Union President of Local 7647 of United Steelworkers. Thank you for coming in today.
Pleasure being here.
I imagine as Union President, you have a lot of responsibilities and tasks. What are some of the things you have to do as Union President?
Well, I had to represent the 90 members of my local. Steelworkers has 1.2 million members, United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. My local has 90 members in it. My responsibilities come to the bargaining table and negotiate contracts, which involves economics, safety, and health, among many other things. So yeah, it is a big responsibility to try to get the best that we can get when it comes to negotiations.
Okay. As Union President, I imagine that you would also travel a lot, like your work would take you places, right?
Yes, I travel many places in the United States, supporting other locals, conventions, meetings with the international headquarters, our conventions in Vegas. So I travel a lot within the United States, and sometimes we travel to Mexico to show support to some of our Mexican miners that belong to the same union.
What has been the most interesting place that you have visited?
I will say one of the places in Mexico. It's Cananea, Sonora, which is about 4 hours from Phoenix, Arizona. It's a small town that is mainly all miners. It has probably about 7,000 miners in the small town. And it was something very, very good to see that all these members were on strike. But at the time that we were there, they've been on strike for 5 years. If they wouldn't tell me, I would say that they were probably on strike on the third day, because they were still strong, even though 5 years had passed, and the employer wasn't sitting with the union in good faith to try to negotiate a new contract. So to see that, it was amazing.
As president, what has been the biggest challenge that you have faced over the years of being president?
I had to say that probably to transfer and communicate what the union is all about to younger generations. I believe that a lot of people don't realize, or they don't know that a lot of the things that we have now and enjoy us is because people in the past, they fought for all this. For example, weekends. Nobody will think that we have weekends because of unions. 40-hour a week work, 8 hours a day. We get paid for overtime. We get holidays, unemployment, workman's compensation. So many things like that people don't realize, that all these benefits that we have now, it benefits not only union people, but people that are not in union. And younger generations feel that this always been there. They don't know how our fathers or grandfathers or great grandfathers had to fight for all these benefits. So yeah, it helps not only union but non-union employees.
What has made you decide to become union president?
Well, like in everything, there's always good people representing, and some they might not be as good. When I was, I didn't agree with one of the negotiations that our previous committee president and the committee that were negotiating for us at the time. So I had asked some questions, and they responded by saying, well, this is how we work. And if you don't like the way we work, perhaps you should run for president. So I took the challenge and ran for that position, and I was able that all my coworkers felt the same way that I felt that day, and they were looking for something new, someone different that can represent us with the company. And that was basically the challenge that I was given, and I accepted it.
Okay, thank you. What kinds of protests have you been in, and what have you had to fight for in those protests?
Well, protest goes, like I said, basically our job is to make sure that when we go to the bargaining table, that we get the best benefits, including economics and health insurance, safety, which is a major thing. A lot of people want to be safe at work. But also, we go into the political agenda sometimes. We go to Washington when we see the government is not doing something that they should be doing to protect the employees or the workers. I have traveled to Washington. I have traveled to Mexico in protest of the Mexican government not addressing situations that affect the workers in Mexico. So it involves different things, supporting our other locals in other cities that they might be on strike for the same reason that the employer is not bargaining in good faith. So they go on strike, and we go and show our support, and that's how we get to travel to different places.
What do you look after with your workers? Like, what do you have them do on a daily basis?
Well, we have a committee of five members. It starts from the president, the vice president, financial secretary, treasurer, and the recording secretary. Every person has a different responsibilities, though. And we also have union stewards that represent our members whenever there's a problem in the workplace, that they will listen to the employees and they bring it out to us, and then we'll take it step by step. So everybody has responsibilities within the committee, but ultimately decisions will be brought up to the president, but it's the whole committee will make decisions on what the next step might be.
What advice do you give to people that are coming from hard times? Because I know that you came from hard times, so what advice do you give people that are trying to get better in the world?
Never shy from any challenges. First of all, work hard. You can succeed if you work hard. And whenever there's a challenge there's going to benefit not only you, but people around you, your family, for example. All these things that we fight or going into the bargaining table with employers and try to better our lives because our family depends on it. So that will be probably the thing that I will tell people to get involved and be able to better their lives and the lives of people around them.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in with us today. I'm Gabriel Velez, and it's been People in Perspective. Thank you.
My pleasure being here.